right, so Rolex is straight ahead on the left. You can see it. This is the case for the steel pieces, the OPs, and the date justs. Pretty much everything typical. What you would find at most ADs. Nothing special. Except that. So this is a Sea Dweller Deep Sea. That was the price there. And you can see on wrist, it's pretty ridiculous. Well, on my wrist it is. Very, very thick watch. I want to say this is a 44 millimeter watch. This is the biggest watch Rolex has ever made and probably will ever make. And if you like big watches, this is the way to go. You can see on the left the Deep Sea and on the right my Explorer 2. The Explorer 2 is just dwarfed by the Deep Sea. Here's a front shot of the 2. It's like David and Goliath. Wow, a 44 millimeter black dial Deep Sea. That's the first Deep Sea I've seen in an AD. Hey, it's the first professional model I've seen in an AD, and it's here at Central World in Bangkok. Wow. I mean, I'm tempted, but I'd flip it immediately. It's, like Mark said, it's a chunky monkey for sure. All right, guys, so I can't see my wrist, so I don't know what time it is. Wait, I can. It's about 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
On the 9th. And you're headed to your hotel.
Yeah.
You're going to fly back tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning early.
And then I'm headed to the airport tonight. I fly out at midnight. And this is goodbye.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. It was a pleasure to meet you.
It was.
And
it was a lot of fun.
We got a lot of videos to show you, and I'm off. I'm going to check out to see if they still have that SD at the AD, and check out another AD, and you're gonna head on to your.
I'm gonna get in the pool at the hotel, relax, go to bed early, and tomorrow morning, 24 hours of flying.
All right.
It's been great.
It has. Take care. Great to meet you.
This has been a pleasure.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Safe travel.
Absolutely. You too.
Thanks, man. Bye.
Peace.
All right, guys. Matt's gone. I'm glad I'm getting out of here because I wouldn't want to hang out here by myself after hanging out with Matt, because he's such a great guy to hang out with, such a fun guy, and I'd be lonely as hell these next couple days if I was here by myself. So it's going to be a lonely trip to the AD right now, but we got to do it. We have to see if the Sea Dweller sold. If it hadn't sold, then that means that Sea Dweller Deep Sea Black Dial has been in that AD for nearly 48 hours. I think it's not going to be there, but if it is, that'll puzzle me. And we've got another AD to check out, one that Matt and I tried to hit, but they were packing up right as we hit the door, and it was locked, and they were cleaning up, and no way to get in. And I just have to satisfy my curiosity. Are there any professional models in that AD? So, all right, well, let's go. We're gonna take the SkyTrain and do a little AD watch shopping, authorized dealer watch shopping with AD. Chitlom Station. Alright, so Chitlom Station behind me is Erawan, Bangkok, and you got Patek, you got Rolex, you got a lot of watch shops here. Cortina Watches. I don't know what Cortina Watches is. We'll check it out. But this is where Matt and I tried to go. You know, here in Thailand, gold is what people want to wear. A lot of gold jewelry. I mean, and definitely when you go up north and off the beaten track to Isan and like the countryside, Thai people love gold. It's like money on their wrist. It's like a bank account on their neck. And for that reason, a couple years ago, I think gold in your Rolexes were the way to go. Two tones, precious metal, that was the way to go. But I think Thai people are on the same page. Well, the Rolex-minded ones are on the same page as the rest of the world, and they appreciate their steel sports watches. All the guys at MBK were sporting steel pieces. They were, one guy had on a GMT and subs, and not gold pieces, not Datejust, not two-tone. They were doing all steel, because these days, if you've gotten the memo, assuming you have gotten the memo, Rolex steel is more valuable than Rolex gold. I don't think all of the Thais have gotten the memo, but for the ones that haven't, there are more than enough foreigners and tourists that have to clean out these ADs. Let's check out this Rolex and see what we can see. That's a 43 millimeter Sea Dweller. But can you buy it? That's the question. I think the answer is no. You're going to see all the men's pieces in this shop. This is a 36 millimeter Datejust. That's a 39 millimeter Oyster Perpetual. And this is I want to say a 34 millimeter White Grape OP. And that's it. Everything else, ladies and two-tone. Just cases and cases of two-tones. And a beautiful watch. Now this is a precious metal watch, platinum or white gold. I think it's platinum. And I love it because it looks like a steel piece. All right, guys, here I am at Rolex. We'll get into what they have later, but this is the VIP room. So if you want to check out watches and you're a VIP, then you can sit in here. They've got some green Rolex chairs, and actually the Rolex chairs out there have Rolex in the back. They're straight up Rolex chairs. I would love a Rolex chair. This has Rolex. This is a Rolex chair. Check it out. Can you see that? Nice, nice. So there you go. Rolex sofa. How would you like to have a Rolex sofa? How cool would that be? Right here, there's a Cellini, and what a cool room. What a cool room. If I was a big spender, you know. All right, guys, they also had Tudor, and no GMT and no Black Bay 58. Those are the two most popular Tudors. And number one is the GMT, and number two is the Black Bay 58. And again, both of them gone. But wow, I could literally count on one hand, on 3 fingers, the number of steel men's Rolexes. One of them being a 34 millimeter Oyster Perpetual, white grape, and the other two being, well, the other one being a Datejust, 36 millimeter, and then the, yes, oh, a love donation, yeah, a love donation. I love, but I can't do it, but thanks anyway. Good luck, right? And then a 36 millimeter Oyster Perpetual rhodium dial with these blue accents. So anyway, what I'm trying to say, 3 watches, 36 millimeter white dial Datejust, 39 millimeter Oyster Perpetual rhodium dial, and 34 millimeter white grape. Everything else, if you're a man, two-tone or precious metal, crazy stuff. Really nice though. Good luck. I know, man, they're expensive for sure. I tell you. All right, so I feel a real connection to this watch now because I spent so much time with it via Matt, and a couple of black dialed Seamaster 300s. There's what Matt has exactly. and a couple of two-tone pieces, and the gray dial, and a shot of the bunch. And which one's missing? Okay guys, Cortina watches, Omega, Patek, Breguet. I checked out the Omegas, and they had all of the Seamaster 300s like Matt has, but no white dial. I think that's the one to have. She said she could order it. It seems like that's a pretty desirable piece. I'm not saying that Matt made a mistake. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that that looks like the sort of the golden child of the bunch, and that's really what I would choose. But it's not as sporty as the blue or the black. But I'm with Matt. The gray just looks a little bit off. So yeah, consider me a Seamaster 300 white dialed guy for sure. If nothing more, because you can't get them. Well, you can, but you can't. Right, so off the Central World, right behind me, the question is, do they still have that Sea Dweller Deep Sea? Is it still there, or did it sell? Now, if it didn't sell, I'll be shocked, and if it did sell, I'll be kind of surprised too. So I'm really looking forward to going and seeing what 48 hours in that case meant for that Sea Dweller Deep Sea. That's a big watch. A lot of people would probably say, yeah, I can't quite pull that off, or I don't want to quite pull that off. For me, I would be buying it to flip it. I couldn't pull that off at all. It would just be totally a watch to flip. But you know, here in Thailand, you can get them on the gray market for around the same price. So that means you couldn't flip it and make a buck here. Now, if this was Japan, you could. You could make it a little bit. I don't think you could make nearly as much as you could on a GMT Master 2 or a sub, but make a few $100s. I mean, you don't see deep seas in Japan at all. But here in Thailand, you do. Well, this could have been, who knows, this may be an exception. And this is the very same case we saw at the start of the video. That's a beautiful watch there. Date just black dial. All right, guys. Was it there or was it gone? It was gone. It sold yesterday in the afternoon. So they put it out day before yesterday. Nobody bought it. They closed. They opened. Nobody bought it in the morning. Somebody bought it in the afternoon. And it's gone. And no more professional models. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Off to buy some toys for the girls back in Japan. It's a little bonus footage. This is Graysorn Village, which is on the other side of Chitlam Station. And I just popped in, and apparently there's a Rolex store. So let's check it out. It's on the ground floor. All right, I got a bit sidetracked. I'm at this little restaurant. They've got mango and sticky rice, so got to get some of that. A lot of interesting sweet things on the menu. And I had to try the bananas and coconut milk. In this footage, you're going to see 3 steel pieces that a man could pull off. Now, typically when you walk into an AD, 10, 15 steel pieces that a guy could wear, but you can see that even these sort of less desirable models are even drying up, and I think that could be the steel professional model drought that's even starting to affect these pieces. So, are we headed to a future where you can't even get a steel piece fit for a man? This is a wrist shot of the 36mm silver dial date just, really good looking watch. The saleswoman was pretty adamant about me trying it on. Wow, you could count on 3 fingers the number of steel watches that are fit for a man there. Okay, you could get a 34 millimeter black dialed Oyster Perpetual, or you could get the floral dial 36 millimeter Datejust with a diamond bezel, or an oystered braceleted white dialed Datejust. Now that was a silver dialed Datejust, and that's it. That is all. Everything else was two-tone, and it was just one case of men's watches and three cases of women's watches. So mostly women's watches there. But yeah, everything was two-tone for men except for those 3 pieces I mentioned. Now, as far as getting watches, they take names and they'll call you. And when it comes to an Explorer and Explorer 2, you don't need to buy anything. You just put your name on a card that they have. But when it comes to the Submariner, you need to buy $5,000 worth of other watches. So you could pick up, say, like the Datejust, and then you could get that Submariner. But if you want the GMT Master 2, you need to pay $40,000. Well, let me rephrase that. You need to spend $40,000 on other stuff, and they'll let you buy it. So in baht, that's 150,000 baht, Thai baht, to get the Submariner. All right, you need to spend that much, or you need to spend 1,200,000 baht on other pieces, and then you can buy a GMT Master 2. Everything else you can be put on a list for. Well, I don't know about the Sea Dweller or the Deep Sea, but she did say something like, you know, the Explorer, or I think she was insinuating maybe the Explorer 2. You could just put yourself on a list and get that. There you go. A little extra footage. So it's after 5 o'clock. It's like 5:35. And the trains are crowded, and people aren't like pushing their way on. They're being all polite and waiting for the next train. This is nothing. This is nothing. Coming from Tokyo, it was child's play. People in the line at Jitlong were waiting, and I was like, there's so much space in there. I weaved my way into the front, just got right on. It's squeezed, it's packed, but compared to Tokyo, that's nothing. You gotta man up. You need some pushers here. Welcome to Young Girl Toy Symposium. I'm Austin, and I thought you guys would like to see what toys I chose for my daughters. Now, these toys have nothing to do with Thai culture, but that's okay. We've got some Thai coins I'm gonna bring back, and that'll tick off that box. I think my daughters will definitely enjoy these. These are My Little Pony figures, and one thing that you'll know if you have daughters is playtime is often about playing and role-playing relationships. You know, a mother and a daughter, or a couple, or 2 friends who get in a fight and make up. And that's why characters who have, in this case, pets, will really be fun for them to act out these scenarios. And so you have this seahorse-looking My Little Pony. This is its home. And you see there's a suction cup here, so they can play with these in the bath, and they love to take baths. And you've got a little sea star there. And each My Little Pony seahorse has a little pet and a different little home. And 2 for each daughter. There's a little whale here. And the scenarios within the bathtub that they will come up with. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. All right, here I am at the airport, checking out this gift. And if you know anything about My Little Pony, there's Rainbow Dash, and there's Pinkie Pie, there's Applejack. I can't remember this one's name, but what? My Little Horse. My Little Horse? This isn't My Little Pony. This is My Little Horse. Ah,